hello. Today's topic is about crush syndrome. Crush syndrome is otherwise known as traumatic rhabdomyolysis or otherwise Bywaters syndrome. In this video, we are going to discuss about the etiological factors of crush syndrome, the pathogenesis, and what are the causes for early death and how to interrupt those findings in autopsy. Crush syndrome, otherwise known as traumatic rhabdomyolysis or otherwise Bywaters syndrome. And crush syndrome is a life-threatening medical condition characterized by features of shock and features of renal failure that have been following a crush injury to part of a skeletal muscle. And the classical presentation of a crush syndrome is traumatic tubular necrosis of kidneys and necrosis of the involved part. And these are the causes for crush syndrome. The etiological factors, like if there has been an industrial accident or any sort of accident where a part of an extremity has undergone a state of crushing. And even crush syndrome can occur due to even cases of extensive burns and in cases of poisons relating to mercury components. And here the most common will be of a falling of a mansard, where even it could be of an accidental and even it could be of an intentional causes. Pathogenesis of crush syndrome: first and foremost, hypovolemia; second, electrolyte abnormalities; third, features of DIC; fourth, release of myoglobin into general circulation. First, we will discuss about features of hypovolemia, where a part of an extremity, most commonly lower limbs, have been crushed more often. And here in case when a muscle, when a part of an extremity goes for a compression, where there has been a crushing of underlying muscles also occur, and here sequestration of large volume of intravascular fluid occur, and followed by there will be an increase in capillary permeability, and which has resulted in features of hypovolemia. And if the state has been not cleared off or there is no any medical intervention, the feature can land these features can land into phase of shock and ultimately collapse and death of an individual occur. And second point towards electrolyte abnormalities, and here where the levels of calcium decreases, levels of potassium increases, and levels of phosphate increases. And first and foremost, relating to features of hypocalcemia, where when a muscle has gone to a phase of a compression, there has been an influx of calcium and point towards potassium, and here due to local acidemic features, where as a result of a muscle destruction, there is increased level of potassium, and when there been an increased level of potassium, and it causes cardiotoxicity features, and it can result in functional abnormalities of heart, and it can present as an arrhythmias, and where a sudden death is more likely. And when you take first two features, where hypovolemia and hyperkalemia are more responsible for causing early death in case of a crush syndrome victims, and features of DIC will be present. And myoglobin is a heme protein, and more commonly in cardiac and skeletal muscle, where their function is to transport oxygen to the tissue. And here in case estimating or an estimation of myoglobin is being done to assess the level of muscle injury in a victim. And if in case myoglobin which have been released into circulation, and it can result in features of renal failure, and due to decreased perfusion of blood by blocking the arterioles and the arteries, and it can ultimately causes cast formation and tubular obstruction in kidney. There won't be any significant pathological abnormality. But in case of microscopical examination, where you can able to note features of degeneration and necrosis of focal portions, especially distal part of Henle's loop and distal convolutal tubules, where proximal convolutal tube have been spared. Regarding cause of death, and usually the earlier deaths are been reported, and the most common pathogenesis are the reason being hypovolemic shock and hyperkalemia are responsible for causing early deaths in an individual who has undergone a crush syndrome. And most commonly, a death can occur within a range period of 1 to 2 weeks after an injury in crush syndrome. Thank you so much for your patient listening. If there have been any doubt, query relating to this topic discussed, kindly address those issues in comment section below, or otherwise text through any of the social media links provided in description section. Thank you so much.